What is up, guys? We are here today with big ass motherfucking Steve to discuss why we began taking steroids.
Yep. Interesting story on both sides.
Before we begin this discussion, to tell you fellow gym bros, meatheads, and steroid abusers and users why we do that, go down, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned to this channel, be supportive, or we'll just have to keep injecting to get bigger and get more support. So if you care about us, you'll hit that red button, stay tuned, and we're going to begin this discussion.
Also, we're not doctors, so don't listen to anything we say. None of us are giving any medical advice.
If you're dumb enough to take steroids like we are, please contact your doctor first. Seek medical attention from a medical professional, which we are not. We're just gym bros. Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
And this is orange juice, by the way.
Stay in school.
So, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can start it off.
Okay. So, I never thought about doing steroids for a while. I thought about when I was about 21. And I would see people like Larry Wheels,
Ronnie Coleman.
Half Thor, all those big ass strong dudes. And I wanted to be like that. I knew that it wasn't going to be possible genetic wise, but I wanted to be the best I could be in comparison to that. And so I trained a lot for arm wrestling. That was my goal. I had Devin Lair kind of as a role model. And that's really when I started opening my eye into the world of steroids as far as research. I had no idea about anything. I had an arm wrestling competition I was training for against a friend. And he's still natural to this day. And we went, and he beat me because I got cocky and I lost. And that was the day it kind of triggered it for me. And I got in contact with a friend who was an arm wrestler that sells stuff. Meanwhile, I really didn't know anything. I didn't know esters of testosterone. I didn't really know what testosterone did besides it got you bigger. I didn't know what tren was, didn't know any of that was. So I decided I'll try a test. And I did the old, bro format of 500 tests. I threw in some Deca and some tren, but we'll get into that. Bad idea for your first cycle. But I took it because I was at that point where I was like, you know what? I want more. I've hit a pretty high level genetically, naturally. I'm 6'6", 240, by the way. I was 6'6" and about 205 when I started my first cycle. And I jumped to about 240 at the end of my first cycle, which was about 3 months. But I wanted to get better, and I ordered it from my guy. And for the first probably 3 weeks, I was giving myself maybe 50 milligrams a week on accident because I had no idea, again, what I was doing. Since then, I've learned a lot. But yeah, I did it because I wanted to get better. I wanted to be stronger. And I was ready to take that leap, which I wish I would have done more research before I did that. Always make sure to do your research and don't just take shit because somebody tells you to, which is what I did. Because you can really mess yourself up, and we'll get into that kind of stuff in a little bit. But, why don't you go with yours?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of really had no real definitive reason. I wasn't really trying to compete at the time. I wasn't really trying to do anything for athletic or sports performance purposes. I was more or less just trying to look good. I'll be quite honest with you, dude. I was pretty egotistic and stupid, and I kind of let the ego get the best of me, and I basically just went for that. Later on,
Sorry, I got a phone call mid-video. We're sitting in my car currently to get this broken down.
Yeah,
because my radiator blew up.
Brief intermission.
But as you were saying.
As I was saying, I had no real definitive goal towards why I started taking steroids. I kind of just was going for more of my ego. And then later on, I kind of realized that I could optimize it to do a show. I was too afraid to kind of come off steroids for a very, very long time, so I kept running a very high, between high TRT dose to bodybuilding dose of testosterone for about 8 months, which is pretty stupid. Then I experienced some hypogonadism, No, my ween dog did not get smaller. Just you know.
It's a fucking myth.
It's a myth. It's a myth. It's really just the sack. And I got back those gains, thank God, thanks to some HCG and Clomid, but everything is going pretty good. What really got me going, like I said, was I just wanted to look better. I wanted to have an easier time in the weight room and just an easier time maintaining muscle mass, and I wanted to kind of take my gains further because I was gaining like about a pound of muscle a year, which was kind of boring, kind of sucked. You want to know the what if? What if I took tren? What if I did this? What if I did that? All the stupid mood swings, beautiful, hated it, ruined my life, destroyed a relationship with a female, fixed it as soon as I got off. It's awesome.
Same thing.
Same crap, yeah.
But one thing to do, guys, if you are going to go on the unnatty train and go on that journey, just know that it is a fucking journey. It is not something that you can do and decide later down the line, I'm just going to get off, and it's going to be easy and simple. It is a giant life choice, and it's a big change. And there's a lot of consequences that can come from it.
Yeah.
A lot of side effects that you may not intend on having. Libido, dick may not work, hair loss if you're prone to that, acne, see what else is there, your blood pressure, heart rate, mood swings, anger issues, there's just a gynecomastia, there's a lot of shit. I experienced pretty much all of those, by the way. Learn how to mitigate that through, dosing protocols, proper ancillary shit like that. I learned a lot of my shit online, honestly, through videos like through Derek, More Place, More Dates, everyone knows him, Greg Doucette, Vigorous Steve, and a lot of forums and shit, and I learned a lot through them, and I'm still learning a lot. I still know nothing in comparison to them. I'm not claiming to know anything, it's just what I've learned from them and online and reading. But I know a lot more now than I knew back then, and I'd say probably really wish I would never have done tren. I think you would say the same thing.
Yeah. I mean,
one of those drugs.
Some say that the good outweighs the bad, but
if you're genetically blessed for that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The bad was pretty bad, the good was pretty good, so I don't know.
It all depends on what you want, man.
Yeah.
I honestly would not suggest steroids for anybody. If you're going to go down that route,
yeah.
Of course, you should never do steroids, I'll say that. But if you choose that route, I would not do steroids unless there is some sort of incentive financially, or you're an athlete. And recreational use, I would say, unless you're at that level where you hit a genetic limit, you're well above 18, above 21. I was 22 when I started, which it's not the worst age in the world, but it's got to be worth getting on.
Yeah. As Coach Greg would say, I'm not your freaking doctor.
Exactly. Get your damn blood work done. See where you're at. If you're older, I would highly suggest looking at TRT. Older, I mean 35 and above. Because at that point, that's an actual healthy life improvement that your doctor could or could not suggest for you. But if you're fucking 18, man, don't do steroids. If you're 16, if you're 20, even 21, ride your natural limit out as long as you can. It's healthier, it's safer, and it's a lot simpler. And it'll save your pockets a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of money that I've spent on just 1 month, just on gear and shit to help with the gear, I'm unreal. Plus, you got to worry about pinning if you go on vacation. Got to bring that with you. That's always a scary thing.
Yeah.
Never been on a plane, but just taking it to people's houses and then having to do that, that's not
Syringes don't really feel good in your anal cavity, dude.
But, yeah, and of course, if you're going to do it, learn how to give your damn shot. Learn where it goes and how to do it. Don't get an infection. As much research as you can before you get on. Because if you're like me and you jump on, I got gyno, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Then I was using Clomid, or not Clomid, anastrozole. My guy just told me 1 a day, you'll be good. But me not realizing, I crushed my estrogen into the ground. That was around, I think 10, picograms per whatever, deciliter. My shit was plummeted. And I felt like shit. And my dick didn't work. Not even a little bit. It comes with the game, man. I was on a D-ball, tren, deca, and test cycle with crushed estrogen. The prolactin was sky high, and progesterone.
Ugh.
So many things that get into it, man.
You must have been bitchy.
Yeah, I was like an angry woman on her period. But yeah, there's a lot of shit that I regret looking back, but you know, you learn from it. And we're here trying to do our best to educate you guys on, you know, why you should or should not do it, and if it's right for you. But again, don't take our advice for anything. We're not doctors. We're just giving your info.
Do it.
But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with doing steroids if it's worth it and if it's something that can benefit you. But at the same time, know what you're doing.
Yeah, I kind of have the same thing to say about that, you know, basically backing up everything he said. And for the last time, we are not your doctor. Consult your doctor if you are going to take any of these high-grade pharmaceuticals that you find in the locker room. And I think that kind of wraps up everything that we were trying to just let you guys know. What goes through our head when we begin taking these, and also what you should look out for. So think twice about it and do your research.
Another thing. Don't get bunk gear. Make sure you get good fucking gear. Make sure you know where to inject and you're getting legit shit. Because if you don't, you could really fuck yourself up. You could get an infection. Make sure you're getting it through a guy that's trusted and sourced. And do your damn research. Don't go into it like us and not realize the complications that can arise from not learning and knowing what you're doing. It'll save you a lot of headache, a lot of money, and a lot of time, and a lot of pain, and possibly a relationship.
Yeah.
So learn from our mistakes and do your best. And, you know, stay safe, stay natty.
And go down and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Grow some chest hair. Subscribe, like, comment.
There she goes.
Steve, you want to let the people
Fucked
know
up.
about the main reason
Rough.
why you began